Hello and welcome. This is Jit Dolakia and you're watching It's Tomorrow News. Hurricane Delta made landfall on Friday evening around 23 GMT near the town of Creole on Louisiana's southwestern coast, the United Nations Hurricane Center reported, hours after many local residents fled their homes ahead of the incoming storm. Forecasters and the NHC said Hurricane Delta weakened before landfall and is now a strong Category 2 storm battering the US Gulf Coast with sustained winds of 123 km per hour and gusts of up to 154 km per hour on the Gulf Coast. Hundreds of thousands of people were without power after Hurricane Delta made landfall in Southwest Louisiana Friday night, knocking down trees and power lines, covering coastal areas with water and damaging some buildings. Streets were also flooded in Lake Charles, and buildings, many already damaged by Hurricane Laura 6 weeks ago, were battered by Delta's wind and rain before the storm boards covered section of the exterior of the 22-story Capitol. One tower downtown, which became an enduring image of Laura after that storm, blew out dozens of the building's windows. But later Friday, the tower was once again pockmarked by gaping holes. Across the city, tracks draped and damaged roofs following Hurricane Laura were blown away by Delta's powerful gust. More than 3,01,000 homes and businesses were without power in Louisiana, and another 1,13,000 outages were being reported in Texas as about 9 p.m. CDT, according to the powerautages.us. Schools and government offices were closed and officials in a dozen parishes called for evacuations. Residents boarded windows, sent back doors and moved out of the storm's path. Let's prepare for the worst and certainly pray for the best and be good neighbors to one another, Governor said. The state has opened shelters, called up to 2,500 members of the state's National Guard and pre-positioned supplies to prepare for the storm, he said. Blue-top roofs still stretch as far as the eye could see on Friday in the town of Lake Charles, which lies about 57 kilometers to the west of Jennings. Their streets were still lined with sewed-up trees, moldy mattresses and box springs, ductwork and other wreckage of destroyed or badly damaged buildings, and officials said they feared Delta could turn the small mountains of rubbish into deadly projectiles. One tropical storm, Marco, fizzled as it hit the southeast Louisiana tip, and others veered elsewhere, but tropical storm Cristobal caused damage in southwest Louisiana in June, while Laura demolished much of the state's southwest on 27 August, causing more than 30 deaths. On Friday morning, the NHC had hurricane warning in place for the Gulf Coast, extending from High Island, Texas to Morgan City, Louisiana, located about 391 kilometers apart along the Gulf Coast. Hurricane Delta making landfall near Lake Charles as a Category 2 hurricane on the Saffir-Simpson scale, according to the National Weather Service. It could also unleash tornadoes as it moves over land and drops up to 10 inches of rain. Laura damaged tens of thousands of homes, living roofs throughout the region dotted with protective blue traps, and left more than 6,000 people still living temporarily in hotels. Energy companies have shut 1.7 million barrels per day, or 92% of the Gulf's oil output, as of midday Friday, the most since 2005, when Hurricane Katrina destroyed more than 100 offshore platforms and hobbled output for months. The US Coast Guard closed part from Beaumont, Texas to Lake Charles ahead of the storm. Delta would also be the first Greek alphabet named hurricane to hit the continental US and as the fourth hurricane or tropical storm to hit Louisiana in a year. It would tie a 2002 record. Delta reaches the northern Gulf Coast. It will be the 10th named storm to make US landfall this year, eclipsing a record that has stood since 1916. New Orleans to east was expected to escape Delta's worst. But tropical storm force winds were still likely in the city Friday, and local officials said they were preparing for the possibility of tornadoes. In Mississippi, government declared a state of emergency, as did his counterpart Edwards in Louisiana. Forecasters said southern Mississippi could see heavy rain and flash flooding. That's all for now. For more news updates, stay tuned with us. It's Tomorrow News, Jit Dolakia. For more weather updates like this, do like, share and subscribe to our channel.